All right. It is that twilight time, that twilight period between Christmas and not Thanksgiving, New Year's, where you ate like a debauched, disgusting, gluttonous pig, which you probably should do on Christmas. You gotta. That's the time to do it. I'm not with those harsh words. I'm not trying to guilt you, but a little bit. And then up will come New Year's Eve, which, depending on your age, you're also gonna party. Probably more like drink, like a fat, disgusting, gluttonous pig. And then while the hangover beats the ever living hell out of you on New Year's Day, and thank God you have that off so you don't have to go to work to fight off that hangover, you're going to reflect upon your life. Girls are going to cry. No one kissed you when the tone struck 12 or midnight or what, and the ball dropped. And everyone comes up with their New Year's resolutions. And I fully intend on capitalizing on this, because that little voice you hear in the back of your head as you try to fight off the worst hangover ever from all your copious amount of gluttonous, fat as a pig drinking is right. It's right. It's okay to be gluttonous at times. It's okay to do that. But gluttony repeated day in, day out, inevitably, forget your health. I'm not even worried about your health or obesity. I'm just talking about like your lifestyle. Inevitably leads to debt because you want to consume more than you work. There used to be a natural regulating device, regulating tool that would make sure people didn't go too crazy. It was called the budget. And back when we had bankers that wouldn't just lend on a fart, which they do, or they certainly did back in the, now the feds are up their ass a little bit more. But we still do with credit cards and all that. And by gosh, by golly, here comes well endowed Molly. If you Americans don't fall for it all the time, they tell you on the television that you can have it now. Whereas in the past, you had to work and pay cash for it. Now, with 0.007% down at 15.7 APR and $33,000 in cash incentives, we can get you into this penis extender. I mean, this Dodge Ram Hemi diesel truck. Or for you ladies, a boob inflator, i.e., the brand new Range Rover that Becky doesn't have. And then you want to live this lifestyle that you're told to live because that's what the television told you to. Oh, I need to live the life of Friends and Sex in the City, but I only make $40,000. What? Credit cards, you say? Home equity loans, you say? Tell me more. And then we get articles. Forget whether you're a part-time social worker with a master's degree in social work and $200,000 in debt, and you make $35,000 a year, but got to keep up the image that you're like, really popular and rich because you went to Middlebury with a bunch of other equally insufferable bitches. Well, let's just say you make a lot of money. Remember the article came out, $250,000 a year family makes $250,000. What was it? A third of them are living paycheck to paycheck. Here's what I get a kick out of. I got the solution to that. I will stand. I know I'm tongue in cheek and very bombastic, but I will stand by this. I got the best get out of debt product on the market. Because instead of like, well, consolidate your loans and give us 40%, I just tell you the truth. Spend less than you make. Stop being stupid. Find a purpose and reason to live in life. And please, for the love of God, give up the brainwashing that you have to have the fanciest car in the McMansions. And men, sit down. Ladies is going to hurt you little fifis, but I don't care because, frankly, I don't think I've had a woman take my course yet because you want to still believe the lie. You men piss away so much money chasing pussy, you wonder why you're in debt. Like, I get wife the new kitchen. Otherwise, she won't touch my peen. Why am I poor? I make $170,000 a year. Where's the money? I got the solution. Oh, I can't guarantee you'll get out of debt because that's your responsibility. I'm just going to paint the path for you. And where everyone knows, like dieting, how do you lose weight? You work out more and you eat less. It's pretty simple. The way to get out of debt is you spend less and you make more, or you just spend less or you make more. I'll tell you right now, the solution to getting out of debt, solution to paying off your student loans, the solution is go work another job. That's the easiest. You want the easiest solution? I got people they ask me, "Oh, should I start a business? What kind of business?" "Well, I don't know." Well, until you come up with a really good idea like Bill Gates level, the best business to start is working a second job. I don't care if that's working security, bartending. Ladies, if you're in reasonable shape, you can go ahead and do the OnlyFans thing, and then you don't have to actually do real work. Actually, to do that, it does take a little bit of real work. You got to do some IT stuff, and you have to log in, and you got to think. And there's more to it than that. A little bit of creativity and innovation. Ladies, you also could get another job. I'm just saying. Go back to school for legitimate that. But the short version is you got to do the work. The problem, the problem as with everything is no one finds the wherewithal. No one finds the courage or the ability or the steam to do it. Because you're all listening to that fat God, why isn't she dead? Sow Oprah. Oh my God, you can be a fat old woman like me and everything's amazing. You're still holding out for You guys are still holding out. How many of you moronic guys are still holding out for this? Well, if I'm just really nice and buy her another thing, then peen get touched. Then get out of debt. Well, I just wait for the promotion. No. So, yes, the actions are very simple, but you don't have the wherewithal. Put a Hostess Twinkie in front of you, you'll eat it. Hey, do you want to go for a hike? Whoa. Whoa. Hey, maybe you want to eat at home instead of going out for dinner? Hey, maybe buy a used car for cash. Whoa. What will the girls at the nail salon think? And then guys think like, yeah, if my wife isn't the most popular queen bee at the nail salon, then my peen don't get touched. Oh my God, why can't we get out of debt? It's a Scooby-Doo mystery. So the solution is very easy, but as it is with any kind of addiction, weight loss, or financial planning, it is getting the wherewithal to do it. And that is what my course offers below. It is titled Achieving Minimalism, Theory and Practice. Also linked below is attribution to the guy who did the thumbnail. I had to do attribution to use it commercially. His name is just Jeffrey. He's on Flickr. That's it. Not Jeffrey Jones or Jeffrey Katapauskowick or something like that, where you would know this is Jeffrey. So thanks, Jeffrey. I provided a link to your Flickr account, so hopefully people find you. But link below is your solution. It is the swift kick in the ass. It is the swift kick in your nuts. It is the swift kick in your hoo-ha. If you girls want to take this class, let me know. You'll be the first girl to take this course. No, wait, I take it back. I do have a female that took it. It was last month. Because here's the thing, guys. Your life is over if you're in debt, you don't have a life. They always say if you don't have your health, you have nothing. That also goes for your finances because it's so critical for everything else. And you cannot live life. Life is not enjoyable where you're living paycheck to paycheck, where you're worrying day in, day out, where you gotta suck your boss's cock, metaphorically, I mean, and listen to him like go back into the office. I'm a programmer. But I know you signed up for that $500,000 McMortgage McMansion. You got to tolerate that crap. Worrying about whether you're going to be able to can you afford gas? Oh my gosh, the number of not rich people that have Cadillac Escalades that are worried about whether they could afford gas. That was back in the dot-com days. Or not dot-com, the housing crisis days. I remember that. But I've seen it here now. But what's that like owning a $60,000 vehicle and you don't know if you could afford gas? Like what? You're not living. I don't care how much. Almost lost it. I don't care how much stuff you got. It's just a couch. No one's going to get that. No one's going to get that. You're absolutely miserable. You're worried and you're under stress. And just as you don't have your regular health, biological health, if you don't have your financial health together, you don't have anything. And so The swift kick in the ass that is achieving minimalism theory and practice, link below, is the thing that'll explain to you that if you don't get off your ass and knock it off with spending more than you make, this buy crap, your life might as well be over. It might as well be over. And frankly, for all you people that are my age, like 40s and you're 30, anyone age, but especially people who should know better, who still think it's middle school, and you got to play keeping up with the Joneses and living in your Winnetkas and your Edinas. What's another pretentious? Your Whitefish Bays, and then your Castle Rocks. Look these up. These are all your Summerlins. That's across the town from where I am. That's Vegas. Your Laguna Beaches. You know, until you give up that crap, you're not, I don't care that you got the Escalade and you have that house. It's all debt. I've seen it. I've seen people's balance sheets and credit reports when I worked in banking. You're all faking it. You all still think it's middle school and high school and you got to be popular at the age of 47. Well, sweetheart, your tits are getting a little pruny. You're getting a little cranky and long in the tooth, and your husband's getting a bald spot in the gut. It's over. So why don't you stop trying to fill your hole, this hole in your soul with stuff? And why don't you stop trying to keep up with the Joneses? And why don't you sit down and come up with a whole other value system aside from, I have the most amount of toys, I win. God, you people, the 80s were so long ago, thinking your cavalry, you still got cavalry, yours, that's just not popular anymore. If you younger people, swear to God, watch my generation. Oh, Gen X, they're so cool. No, they weren't. They're a bunch of douchebags. You ask them about dropping in 80s, not 90s dollars, 80s and 90s dollars. You asked them about dropping $70 on a pair of pants. You asked about dropping $150 on a pair of shoes because it had a logo on it. Oh my God. And those are the people. That's my generation now, driving those Mercedes and their Beamers, thinking it's prom in 1992 or something. And so, with you here where we can use you fat, disgusting, gluttonous pigs who piss away your money and are miserable and have no life and nothing in it except for things and stuff and a couch. It's an Italian silk couch. This is where the price comes in for this little class. The Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice is $450. But wait, there's more. Before you're like, oh my God. You probably have to pay tax, okay? Because your wife votes Democrat. We always have to increase tax. You girls like taxes, right? Girls just can't have. Why can't I find a rich man? You keep voting to raise taxes. That's why. There are no rich ones. But so it's more like $500 of sales tax, but depending on the state you're in and how many of your wives voted Democrat. But before you bitch and whine about the price, before you $500 for a minimalism course, just don't buy a minimalism course. You're the morons with a $1,200 a month car payment. I lay you a little inside baseball. Do you know? I'll lay you a little inside baseball. My mortgage payment is the average, a little bit above the average of the U.S. car payment. My mortgage payment, minus the taxes and all that, it's like $750 a month. The average American, I think that the average car payment is like $750, maybe even $800 by now. It's your car payment. So every month, don't bitch to me about something that would actually solve your financial troubles. Oh, you're gonna get stingy now, but you got to get the new super penis extender extra cab pickup truck, the F-150 titanium or platinum or some uranium, whatever the next one is to compensate for your incredibly small penis. Oh, and then did you go to college for something incredibly stupid? Did you spend $300 of credit, $200 of credit? What are you paying for your kids' way through college for that laughably stupid degree? And then you're paying for their health care and you're paying for their car. And what are you paying for all that? which is a complete waste, by the way, because you didn't tell your kid to major in something worthwhile. So they're going to be living at home till they're 30. Or you are that kid that's majoring in something stupid. You just got out of college. You spent $400 of credit on some worthless liberal arts degree. And then you're bitching and whining that I dare to charge one time for something actually practical, unlike your college degree, your entire college, your K through college. From 5 years old to 22, you've been going to college to get that degree, and you spend $500 of credit at the end of it, $400 for a book, and you're going, oh, I don't need oil. Oh, and then your phones. Oh, make fun of the guys with the double duty Dodge Hammer diesel truck, Ram truck. Go make fun of him in the penis jokes. What about that phone of yours? A financing plan for a phone. And then you all wonder, this is for you ladies, because you just love having latest, I think, because they told you to get it, right? And then you girls wonder why you're on antidepressants. What does that set you back? Your antidepressants because of the added stress, because you're perpetually poor. What does that cost you? Oh God, don't throw that guy no $450. I want to be like my parents, fat, divorced, miserable, and poor in their 60s. So very simply, if you want the nightmare to end, that's going to be up to you. I'm going to give you a push. It's not a push. It's even better than a kick in the nuts or a kick in the ass. This is, I have you go down to the bottom of the hill, right? Okay, have them look this up. We're at Bridger Mountain. Bridger Mountain, 7 miles up, 7 miles down. This is something you guys could afford to do and hike that if you weren't so debt laden and had to work all the time. You could be like kind of swinging and dealing and self-employed, remote employed guy like me. But never mind about my superior life. Let's talk about your debt slave-ridden one. You go down at the bottom of Bridger Mountain. I'll go hike up to the top because I got time to train and enjoy hiking where you got to get back to the office, you debt slave. I'm going to start at the peak. I'm going to go running down, building up that steam. Not 7 miles. And you're going to bend over with your fat ass. And I'm going to kick it so far hard at that angle, you would land in North Vegas after you go over the foothills. And then as you're mid-flight, flying over, looking over the mountains. Oh, is that Vegas off to my right? It is. I'm like, oh, this is going to hurt when I land. Oh, I'm probably going to land in the ghetto of North Vegas. You don't want to go to North Vegas. Maybe I should get my act together. Maybe I should find another purpose and reason to live aside from things and stuff and keeping up with the Joneses and bribing my wife to touch my peen. Smash. Let's just say you were Super Saiyan and that didn't hurt you. You landed just fine. Just dusted yourself off. There's a nerd reference for you. Superman for commoners. It might hit your head. You're like, hey, wait a second. I've been living a lie this entire time. And maybe it might be worth $500 to invest a little bit of flesh into it, get my pound of flesh into it, so I take it seriously. Because I damn well know if I charge you $20, y'all wouldn't listen. So there you go. Achieving minimalism, theory and practice. Do you have too much debt? Yeah, I should be a trillionaire by this. Honest to God, after how much money y'all piss away on student loans and going, like your parents pay for your K through 12 education. This course should be mandatory to graduate from high school. And you should all have to pay the $500. You had to work it up and understand the value of $1 because then we wouldn't have financial trouble. So like, what is it? Population 300 million. That's a generation. So 300 million times, I don't get all the money. I got to pay Teachable. They get a cut. I think it's like, well, let's just do $300, $300 million. So 300, that's $30 trillion. Did I carry enough zero? No, 90 trillion. 300. So the 9, we don't add 1. 300 million. One more. Yeah. $90 trillion. That'd be a $90 trillion in air. Over a generation of Americans who, learn to get their money under control. What's sad, it's not like there hasn't been guys like Robert Kiyosaki or Dave Ramsey that don't tell you what to do. And I strongly recommend you go get Dave Ramsey's books and tune into his show, Baby Steps or whatever. He's got that project. I swear, absolutely. Go do it. There's your roadmap. I'm the guy that puts gas in your tank. Otherwise, you just sit there with you and your fat spouse. Let's go to Walmart and get another Peyton Manning jersey. And you look at the map. I don't know, Gretchen. Should we try? No, let's just eat our food more and drink to kill the pain. I don't know. Or maybe you live life. I don't know. Is it worth $500 to you? Makes you feel any better. I don't get all 500 because those women voting Democrat, they live in rich neighborhoods, but they vote Democrat. So after Teachable takes its cut and then the sales tax, which I don't get anything of, I got to pay a fee and all that. And then I got to pay my taxes. I might get $250. Where have all the rich men gone? I don't know. I have no idea where they went. So I would only get $45 trillion in this mythical world where everyone got their heads out of their ass instead of pissing away their money on a journalism degree. They might have actually taken a class on like, hey, how not to be poor, how to get out of debt. Anyway, it's linked below. You have until January 7th to sign up for it. Right? Then it is closed for enrollment. If you sign up for it before the 7th, you have 45 days to complete the class. It's just the enrollment period. And you can immediately take the course. You don't have to wait for it to okay, now you sign up, you can take it right away. It's ready to go. But if you want to take it, I give you 6 days after your hangover period. All right. You're like, oh, I'm a fat, disgusting American piece of crap. Yes, you are. Is there any bigger market than that? Fat, disgusting Americans who have financial trouble? I don't think there's a bigger market than that. And then maybe 2023 will be the year you stop being a fat, gluttonous, disgusting financial pig. And maybe you get your life together. Maybe you get out of debt. Maybe you get a second job. But more importantly, get the wherewithal to do it. And then maybe your whole life won't be a complete pissing away of human sentience. Maybe it isn't just like, yeah, you were born and at 5, we threw you into school. Do the thing you tell me to do. Buy more stuff. Go college. Heart money follow. Buy McMansion and house Range Rover. Why not kids visit me? Can't afford nursing home. If you don't want that to be your life, then maybe you take this class. All right. We got any super chats? Maybe not. This is an advertisement. I thought it was a good advertisement. Where's the Vision Productions in the house? Boop-a-doop-a-doo. I don't think we got any. Oh, can I go? Is Cappy free? Can I go and smoke a cigar? This is the last video I had to do for the year. Oh, sweet. See you guys later. Toodles.